Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for the week of August 15th. This week I'm still collaborating with Marie Moore, so definitely check her out if you haven't had a chance at the link in the description below. This week I'm also doing a 20% off sale of all readings, so if you want a reading, now is the time to get it this week, and just use the code MINNOW at checkout, by the way. All those details are above and below at the site, but I'm going away at the end of the month and will not be available to do readings for a little over a week. So again, if you want a reading, now's the time to get it before I leave. And I did this last time, and people that I went away, so people seem to like it, but that's where you can do that. But let's look and see what's going on for you this week as far as reading goes. I'm actually going to pull an extra card here. There we go. Alright, yeah, looks good. Yeah, probably a lot of very mental week for you. I think maybe a little bit in your head, but actually it doesn't, not in a bad way. Also a good week for friends, I would have to say. But you start with the Four of Clubs. On one hand, this is a card of double checking everything you do. So double check everything you do this week. I frequently call this card Mercury retrograde. Just treat this week like a retrograde. Maybe not quite as severe, but you know, we're coming up on the Mercury retrograde at the end of the month. But it's definitely a card of double checking everything you do, double checking all paperwork, especially if you are involved in anything legal. If you are involved in any legal type situations, it could even not be legal. Like if you're involved in like real estate or anything like that, double check all your paperwork, go back over it. But having said that, this is also a good card for just mental stability and feeling very mentally kind of like turned on this week and very in it this week. It looks like you're really in it to win it this week, and I think that's a good thing for you. Next, you have the Ten of Hearts. This is a very social card, so definitely socializing this week, meeting up with friends, having friends come to you and want to meet up, and you know, all sorts of things like that. It's also a card that represents fortune after difficulty, so good things happening to you after a difficult period of time. So a lot of you could just be seeing general improvements in your whole entire life. It's also a card, I would say, if you're looking for love, there's definitely love potential. And maybe not the strongest, but definitely potential this week. So for you to find that love, this card wants you to go out and meet people. Again, it's all about socializing to find love here. Next, you have the Seven of Clubs. This is a card of feeling like you're trapped somewhere, but it's actually a good card. You know, this can be you feeling like you're trapped in a relationship or business or a job, but it's a card of action. So it says you might feel trapped, but you are doing things to kind of like break out. You're doing things to make changes and move past whatever that situation is. So again, I always look at this card as a positive because it does say you're doing things to make changes in your life. Next, you have the Joker coming up. So, you know, probably going to be quite busy this week, doing a lot, running around a lot, doing a lot of things. The Jokers are all about, like, juggling a lot of stuff and handling a lot. But it's a good card because it says that you have the energy to do that. It says that you have the energy to do a lot of things this week and to get a lot done. So take advantage of that. It's also a card where some of you might be taking on a second job, or looking at taking on a second job, or even looking at starting a business on top of your job. Like, so you have a job and maybe a side business or something like that with this card. Next, you have the Two of Spades, possibly dealing with friendships and possibly separating away from a friend. So maybe some of you have recently, you know, lost a friend, separated away from a friend, or something like that. So a lot of you could be thinking a lot about that, about the loss of a friend. Again, not as in death, but as in just separating away, maybe an argument or something like that. The trick here is to be very diplomatic and to really try to look at the other person's side and really trying to figure it out. So, and you're Libra, so you're good at doing that, so do that this week if anything like that happened. Next, you have the Five of Clubs. Needing to take more risks, needing to be more risky this week, and needing to put yourself out there more. But it's also a card of needing a vacation, wanting to go on vacation, and just needing a break. So, you know, if you can't take a vacation or something, it's a card of like going for a walk and just getting out of your head. I would say if you bump up against any obstacles this week, definitely just get out of your head and try to, get around those obstacles by not thinking about whatever it is. But it is a good card. It's a card of having more time to do the things that you want as well. So it does say that you could have more time to take part in hobbies or do things that you enjoy. And finally, at the end here, we have the Queen of Spades, which is you. And I always say it's a good thing when you show up as yourself, because it puts you in a position of power, position of strength, and it allows you to get what you want from the week. So I really like to see that for you as well. But looks like a great week. Probably maybe very mental, a lot of thinking this week, but I think that's a good thing for you this week. So thank you for watching, and enjoy your week.